What's up, tribe? This is gonna be your review of Queen Sugar. All right, y'all. So here's where we start off. We start off with Vi Hollywood. Let me tell you something, Vi, Miss Vi. I love you to death, and I respect you, Miss Vi. But if you don't want Hollywood, send them to me. Okay. Vi, you doing a lot right now, and I love you to death, and I love your independence, and I love where you coming from. But you're doing a lot, boo. You're doing a lot. We see that Vi got the paperwork for this business deal with a guy from the grocery store, and come to find out he wants to split the company 60-40, with her getting 40 and him getting 60. And Vi's like, I don't think that's right. And once again, all I'm gonna do is end up working for somebody else and making pies for somebody else. I want to be my own boss. So she said, I'm going to counter propose him with him just backing me and opening up my own pie shop, and that I would, basically sell him pies, but I want my own storefront. I want a brick and mortar. And so that'll be interesting to see if he goes for that, or see how that plays itself out. Charlie, we see Charlie is having breakfast. She sees the headlines of Davis with the love child, and she's just like, whatever. And then here comes Mr. Landry. What's his name? Is it Jonathan? Y'all know, the one that's been flirting with her, and they've been flirting together, and they got drunk together last week, or 2 weeks ago in the last episode. And they get to talking, and he gets to flirting, and like, look, the other night I really want to, kind of pick up where we left off. And Charlie's like, look, the other night was sort of an accident. I got a lot of family stuff going on. But she didn't say accident, but she was just like, look, I got a lot of family stuff going on right now. I'm not even in the mindset to go down that road. Like, I'm not even thinking about dating nobody right now, because it's on the front page of the paper. You know what's going on with me. And he's like, yeah, I do. I seen it. I know what's up. Sorry. I know what's up, but I'm just letting you know I'm here. If you need me, I'm here. We see Ralph Angel with the new guy, with his employee, and he's apologizing for what happened the other night at the house. And he's like, look, my boys wanted to come over. I didn't know he was bringing an entourage. I didn't know it was going to turn out to be that. Ralph Angel was like, look, I don't play when it comes to my child. Like, I can play with a whole lot of stuff, but when it comes to my son, I don't have no wiggle room for no games. And the dude, he really apologized, and he was like, but can I keep my job? And Ralph Angel was like, well, look, somebody gave me a second chance. I'm going to give you a second chance, but please know that that's what this is. Like, we ain't got no time for this. We ain't got no time for games. So Darla calls and talks about how excited she is about Blue staying with her for the weekend. And, Ralph Angel is like, he got Blue to calm down and stop talking about moving in with her and all that good stuff. And Ralph Angel's like, oh, my bad. Was that this weekend? Oh, no, he can't come this weekend. It's Vi's birthday. We having a party for her, and you already know that, he got to go to the party. Like, Vi gonna want him at the party. So now we want to do this another weekend. And she's like, but I bought tickets for the museum. Like, I've been working all week to get his house together. And he's like, oh, well, like, I'm sorry, but we'll do it next weekend. I promise. You can have him next weekend. But this weekend, he can't come. Like, he got other plans. He can't come. And I got my dates mixed up. My bad. Like, I apologize. But, he can't miss Vi's birthday. And so, I think one day, Ralph Angel gonna wake up and he gonna have papers at his house. She gonna get a lawyer. I promise. She's gonna get a lawyer. And to try to set up regular visitation. I promise y'all. And at the end of the day, those DNA tests are what's going to come into play. Because at the end of the day, it's not his child. I mean, we know that that's his child, and he's raised him and all of that. But when it come down to a court and the DNA come back that he's not biologically that child, and she take him to court. So I'm not saying he needs to kowtow to Darla, but he needs to understand his situation. You in control because she letting you be in control. Because at the end of the day, if she want to get nasty and call mommy and daddy, who, like I already told y'all, mommy and daddy paying them bills now, and she call mommy and daddy and say she want a lawyer to get her baby back, I bet you they'll be sitting. I bet you that'll happen. So Nova's interviewing Mr. Jasper. And she finds out from Mr. Jasper that her father has hit some rough times and even contemplated suicide. And that really, that really screws with Nova's idea of who her father was. She was like, nah, my father was strong. My father was, that would never be his thing. Because again, people think that she has that mindset that, oh, if he thought about suicide, that means he must mean he was weak or something along the way. And that's not always what it means. It just means that, Mr. Jasper told him, we hit some hard times. Like, life wasn't easy, and it was right after your mom had died, and it was a lot going on with the farm, and it was just a lot on him, and it was hard. It was just a hard situation. And so you see Nova's really kind of struggling with this information that she's getting. Then, oh Lord, Hollywood mama then shown up unannounced, and that you get the impression that there's a history between Hollywood's mom and Aunt Vi, that there's some conflict there. I'm not sure what it is, but there was some conflict there. And at first Vi's like, where your mama staying? Like, and he's like, look, it was a surprise to me, but excuse me, but I ain't putting my mom up in no motel. Like, come on, stop it. I ain't putting my mom up in no motel. So she's staying at the house, and she has a conversation with him, and she's like, look, I love you to death, you're my son, but if you love Vi, that's fine. I just want you to be very careful about what you're giving up and what you're sacrificing to be with this woman. What about children? You've always wanted children. What about children? What about the things you want to do with your life? Like, she's an older woman, and she may not be able, like, I just don't want to see you putting your dreams and your wants and desires on hold because of the fact that you are in love with an older woman. And I see where she's coming from. I mean, it was unprovoked. Like, I don't think he asked you for your opinion, but that's your son and that's your baby, and you want to let him know, look, because she was saying, look, I ain't got no problems with Vi on a personal level. I just want to make sure you're not, you have a tendency to just give up everything and give everything to a relationship and sacrifice what you want, and I just hate to see you do that with her over with this relationship. And then she said something about having a sugar cookie cream pie. I want some of that. If anybody know where I can buy some sugar cookie cream pie, that sounds good. Vi needs you to make some of that in real life. Sugar cookie cream pie. My fat ass wants some of that. Anyway, so we at the surprise party for Vi, because she wasn't expecting a whole party. But Hollywood, he done pulled out all the stops, honey. They got the whole party going, and they line dancing. They doing the electric slide. They know a black party ain't complete without somebody doing the electric slide and the Hollywood shuffle. I mean, I said the Hollywood shuffle. What is the y'all know what I'm talking about? The Cupid shuffle. I said the Hollywood shuffle. The Cupid shuffle and all this other stuff. Ryan invited Tran to the party. His little girlfriend from the docks. He invited her to the party, and when she first walked in, everybody looking like Hollywood and Remy. They looking like, who in the what is Remy? Ralph Angel talking about something. Oh, this is a friend from work. Remy was like, I ain't got no friends from work like that. I ain't got no friends from work like that. But she blends in with the family. She out there doing the electric slide and everything is everything at first. Blue looking at her kind of side-eye like, who are you and what you doing here? Hopper, who this here woman? But by the end of the night, he kind of warmed up to her. At one point, Vi sends them out to go get ice. And so her, Ralph Angel, and Blue go out and get some ice. And you see Blue showing her some dance moves, and he's kind of laughing and joking with her. We also see Darla at the gas station, and she sees them. Now, nobody sees them but Ralph Angel. Ralph Angel sees her, and she sees them. And they kind of make eye contact, and Ralph Angel going to get in the car, and they keep it moving. And later on, she going to ask him, who is she? None of your damn business. Who Blue Daddy? You know who that is? Anyway, I don't even want to talk about this, y'all. This damn Nova and Remy shit. Y'all know I don't even want to talk about it. Nova is really struggling. She's really struggling not to give in. It seems like she is infatuated with Remy or infatuated with what can happen there. But she knows it's not a good idea. She knows she really shouldn't open up that Pandora's box. Like, she knows it's not a good idea. But Remy, you pressing the issue and I got a problem with you. Why are you pressing this damn issue? Why are you pressing this issue, Remy? What is the deal with that? Like, why are you forcing this situation? I don't get it. I don't understand. Why are you trying to force this? Nova keep walking away from you and you keep coming back. Leave her alone. Plus, Nova is still trying to process her father contemplating suicide. Like, that is really bothering her for... I don't know why it's bothering her so much. I mean, I guess kids see their parents as Superman or Superwoman, and or Wonder Woman, and when something happens that kind of shakes that up a little bit, maybe it takes time to process. But Nova's all good. Your dad was still a strong, great man. Like, let that thing go, Nova. I'm going through my notes, y'all. I'm going through my notes, making sure I got everything in here. All right. At the party, we see where Baby Boy and his girlfriend with Kiki, and they talk about his new little friends. And she tells him, she's like, look, I used to hang out with them too, but I'm not really feeling them like that anymore. They're going their way and I'm going my way. And she doesn't badmouth them, but she lets you know that there's something there, that there's something that, at least that's how I feel like she's letting you know that something that happened with that situation to let you know, look, I ain't really feeling them. Like, I ain't gonna bash them, but I ain't really rocking with them like that anymore. And he's trying to convince her that she need to come and hang out with them, and she like, nah, I'm good. That's your hint to leave the answers alone. Like, she ain't trying to tell you who you should and shouldn't be friends with, but that's your hint. And they up in the closet in the back, not the closet, but they up in the back room kissing. Vi caught their ass and sent them outside. So then we see Mr. I love Mr. Jasper. Then we see Mr. Jasper. He rolling over to Charlie, and he give her a little pep talk. Like, of course everybody knows about the whole situation with Davis, and he gives her a little pep talk. He's like, don't let your past get in the way of your future, basically. Like, look, the love of my life was my second wife. And what's done is done. Don't let that heartache block your blessings and block you from who's really out there for you. Like, it happened and it was some shit, but don't let it block you. And I'm kind of mad at Remy for not reaching out to Charlie. Like, I know you mad at her and you want some other shit, but like, you had feelings for this woman and she going through something, but your ass so busy chasing after fucking Nova, you not even paying attention to that Charlie is really hurting right now. She really going through something. And I liked you, Remy, but you a fuck nigga. Yep. You a fuck boy. Yep. Don't like it. So Hollywood goes to make this toast at the end, and he's all excited about Vi becoming his wife, and he says a toast to Vi. He uses his last name, like, I can't wait to make you my wife and give you my name. And the look on Vi's face is like, she wasn't really feeling it. And I was thinking, damn, does she not want to marry Hollywood anymore? And I even had that in my notes, like, Vi don't look excited to marry Hollywood. Like, that's what I wrote. And come to find out, Vi is like, look, I don't want to take your last name. Like, I want you, but I don't want your last name. And Hollywood is like, look, I don't know what it is you want from me. I offer you the big wedding, you don't want that. I offer you money, you don't want none of my money. I offered you to help with your business, you don't want my help. He was like, you keep trying to prove to me that you don't need me. And she was like, I don't. I want you, and there's a difference. I don't need you, but I want you, and I don't want you to think that because I don't want your last name, I don't want you. Now, personally, I ain't get the whole explanation that Vi gave about why she didn't want his last name, but she doesn't want his last name. And he was mad. He slept on the couch, he got in his feelings, and he talked to his mother the next day, and his mother was like, look, Vi is a woman with some baggage, and she's dealing with it, and she was basically defending Vi and the decision that Vi made. And he was like, but yesterday you was telling me. She said, I wasn't telling you to do nothing yesterday. I was just telling you that I want to make sure that you're happy and you're not sacrificing your happiness. I never said that you shouldn't be with Vi, and I never said Vi was a bad woman. I just said make sure that you are happy and that you're not sacrificing your happiness. I said, okay, mama, I see where you, okay, mama, I see you. Okay. And Vi, I still don't understand why Vi don't want his last name, but it's a personal decision, and who am I to tell somebody what they should and shouldn't do? But he comes back later and he says, look, If you don't want my last name, I gotta live with that. But I love you, and we gonna, life is what it is. We gonna move forward. And Vi says, and let's have this big old wedding you want. So she's compromising. She's giving him something, because he wants this big wedding, and she could care less. I'm sure. But she said, come on, let's spend some of this money on our wedding. So he's like, for real? All right, party over here. So they gonna have this big old wedding, y'all. That's probably gonna be the season finale. When the wedding is gonna probably be the season finale. I'm sure it's gonna be some sort of climax to it. And Charlie decides that to go on a date with, remember the guy she met that helped her get her car started, the Latino guy. So she looks like she took Mr. Jasper's advice, and she went out on her little date, and the date went well. They flirting and smiling, and they setting up a second date where he gonna cook dinner for her, y'all. So everything is everything. Now, here's what we've been waiting for. At least that's what I was waiting for the whole episode. Find out what's going on with this land. What is going on with this land? Charlie goes to see her investigator friend, and she's like, look, this is bigger than we thought it was. This is more than what we thought it was. And she breaks the whole thing down. She shows a map of the surveyor's map. And, remember, their farm is surrounded by Landry land all the way around them. Come to find out, they're kicking people off their land, and they're doing all this stuff with the land because they are in cahoots with the government. The federal government, mind you. They can ready to build a private prison on that land. And so now this is a big old fight. This is bigger than anything they thought it could possibly be. Because now you got to fight the government. Like, we talking about eminent domain. We talking about all kinds of tricks that the government can pull to try to get this land from them. So they about to be in for it. But yeah, and of course everybody's upset. Rod's like, a private prison on my dad's land? Nope, we're not doing it. So this is going to be a fight. This is definitely going to be a fight. Now, I don't know if the fact that Charlie made this deal with the devil is going to help or hurt her. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be a situation where now she's got a seat at the table and she can kind of run some espionage on the project, or if they're going to expose the fact that she's a part of it and make it look like she was in on it from day one. Like, I don't know how this is going to go for Charlie. Like, I don't know. It's going to be one way or the other, but it's not good. And then, like I told y'all, Darla told Ralph Angel she need a schedule. I'm telling y'all, she's setting his ass up. Ralph Angel can keep playing that game if he wants to. She's setting his ass up. And at the end of the day, I'm certainly no expert. I ain't go to nobody's law school. But it seems to me like the blood parent over the non-blood parent is going to have some leverage. And I know he can bring up abandonment and all that other stuff that it happens. But at the end of the day, he not that child's father. And he ain't done no paperwork, no adoption, no nothing. So this ain't no possession is, 4/10 of the law type of shit. No. Anyway, y'all let me know. That was Queen Sugar. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in them comments, and let a sister know what y'all think about what happened last night. Peace.